Yo guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another stream here on the channel. Today, as you can see, we are on Euro Truck Simulator 2. More specifically, TruckersMP if I switch to the gameplay scene. So as you can see, we are here. We have our lovely Scania R7S7, whichever one it is, the next gen one, 730 in front of you. Still has the Christmas livery because I barely change it. I don't want to change it because honestly, this is just a beautiful livery. And yeah, we're going to do some more trucking today. Just going to do some basic jobs, obviously starting in London, near the F7 Centre. And we're just going to go around and do some jobs that we see in the job market, basically. So hello, everyone in the chat. How are you guys doing? Hello, Pog Taylor. Hello, Z2GB. Hello, Abby. Hello, Josh Trains. And hello, Hayden as well. How is everyone doing today? This is actually quite low in brightness. Let me turn it up a little bit. There we go. So, yeah. What we will get started doing then, obviously, as I said, we are in London, just outside the F7 Centre. Still have my trailer, actually, still waiting for me to pick up from last stream, which obviously I am not going to be doing. So let's go ahead and dismiss that. Might see if we can take some like B doubles, see if we get any in the job market, but I don't know. So freight market. And a mobile crane, that could be a decent one. It's going quite. We could go all the way up north, taking an asphalt. You know what? 44 tons, all the way up north. That's a decent journey. Let's do that. Let's go all the way up north. I think we've just found the perfect job here. Though I actually do need to repair some of my truck damage first of all. Just quickly swing it around. I can quickly repair quickly. We can refuel along the way, so that doesn't really bother me too much. There we go. Service recommendation. There we go. All good. There's probably just some wheel damage or something. Don't apologize, Bob Taylor. It's fine. Like I say all the time, being on my stream isn't a requirement. It's completely your choice. I should have switched to being a right-hand drive as well. This is going to be predominantly, in the UK. I can quickly do it, actually, once I've picked up the job. Hello, Lion, as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. A new profile picture? Yeah, I can see you got a new one. There we go. And we'll pick up the job. We don't have a lot of stats on heavy cargo, but I really don't think that matters too much. You can get that in the later on, I think. Our truck is powerful enough anyway. Like I said, it's a 730. Right, let's quickly get back over to the F7 Centre. So I can quickly change over thing. Oh god, you can really feel how heavy this thing is with the steering wheel. Wowzers. Let's go and turn on the beacons as well. Because I think we are going to need them. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure. I also think this thing has steerable axles as well. Yeah, I believe it does. Hello, Crazy. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're taking an asphalt miller, 44 tons from London to Aberdeen, I think it is. How much is that steering wheel set? 1,300, I think, including the stand. And I actually want to talk about that as we get into the journey as well. Something, you know, recently coming out that I actually want to discuss. Right, let's quickly turn my truck into a left and right hand drive. I was gonna completely smack into that barrier then for a second. Right, service. No, it's not service. What am I doing? Truck configurator. It's not even that one either. Exclusive V8 UK. There we go. Very nice. Don't need any OSD or anything like that, HUD. You will just get started as it is. We're already hitting into stuff. That's good. We are going to the UK. I hate driving in the UK. Ireland is fine though. Why is Ireland fine? I haven't really done much driving in the UK, so I thought, you know, why not? My steering wheel feels like it's pulling to the right slightly. Because they use something called kilometers. Wait, do they? I thought they used miles like we do. Road to 20k before Fetch's birthday, indeed. So anyway, the thing I want to talk about is, yes, see, it's steering to the right automatically. But yeah, the thing I want to talk about is steering wheels. So I don't know if any of you know, because this is something that caught my interest. Some of you who probably play ETS probably know about this. Some of you probably don't. But Moser, another well-known truck brand for racing wheels and things like that, have brought out a new steering wheel specifically made for truckers. And I saw it and I was like, I need that. Because it looks so good and it has some really cool specs. It's a 400mm diameter wheel as well, which is just massive. And apparently there's a new there's a new bracket as well, like a wheel mount that you can get where you can tilt the wheel, so you can kind of have it as like a dish type wheel, or you can just have it as the standard upright like this. So it did have a few levels of customization, which is really good. And what Moser are also wanting to do as well is they are also wanting to bring out an additional like accessory, as it were, to Moser steering wheels, where they will include things like the indicator paddles, and not actually rely on the wheel, which sounds really good. The only issue is when I went to try and look for a Moser setup that would actually work for me, £2,000. Yeah. That doesn't really fit within my price range for me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna spend £2,000 just to get, you know, a Moser trucking wheel. If Moser want to sponsor me, fair enough. Sign me up all day long, but I am not going to go ahead and spend £2,000 just to get a trucking wheel. Decision. It would be really cool though. Their F1 wheel is good as well. Plus, to be fair, my old F1 wheel, well, I say my old one, the one I got last year, the rubber grips on the sides starting to become undone, because they are rubber. The Moser ones, it's kind of like a not like a leather one. It's kind of like a what's the material? It's like fluffy. It's not really like I don't know. Something like that. It's kind of that material, which I think for me would actually work better. But I don't know. Again, I'm not going to go ahead and spend 2,000 just to find out. The one I've got right now is good enough. It does the trick. If a few years later on I need an upgrade, I can then go to Moser if I really want the trucking wheel. But I don't plan on upgrading anytime soon. That's all I can say. Oh, I don't know what is going on with this guy. Right beside me, isn't he? Nope. I'm just going to stay on this lane just so I can clear him. Oh, I'm going to be a sitting duck here. Okay, thankfully he has actually backed off though, which is good. Yeah, I was just doing it so I wasn't, going to cause any issues, And slow down. Mate, I'm not going to just sit behind, like, I actually want to get a move on this journey. But yeah, I really like the look of that Moser trucking wheel, and yeah, I am looking at it as a, as a potential purchase further down the line. Hello Valdo, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I live on Mars. He's back. Oh, it is actually 60 now. I didn't realize. Obsidian. Oh, why is that someone's name? Obsidian. Oh, I am so slow over the hills. I was having some issues though with my wheel today. It kept like unplugging itself, and yeah, it was just, I don't know what happened with it. It like when I was playing F1 it kept unplugging, and I don't know what was happening. I didn't know if it was a wheel issue or if it was something that was, an issue with the game. When I searched for, if there was a new firmware update for the base, I did see one. So I downloaded that, and yeah, it's then emerging way too early before that junction. That's good then, isn't it? Because I'm preparing, at least people around me know what my intentions are. We're going to Sheffield? No, I'm going to Aberdeen. No, merging late is what dangerous drivers do. Heard of something called zipper merge? No, I haven't. Merging as late as possible. Yeah, I don't do that. I should get a license. I was gonna get a license, but then COVID decided to shut down my driving test. So, yeah. I should probably change gear. The speed we're going, we might actually flip. I can feel the weight just tipping over to the right. I should have gone into that thing to A, refuel, and B, discover that that thing as well. I hope I run out of fuel. Oh, crazy. You wish. I've still got over half a tank though, so I should be alright. You're playing bee swarms later. Interesting. I haven't played that for ages. No, it's chewing gum. It's a tropical flavored chewing gum. Some of his, especially the YouTube live ones. I think you are the first person that has actually said to me that their favorite video is not an SCR video. Because that's what most people come for. Original game for SCR streamed in 2020. Ah. Yeah, I think this is the proof that I'm just not good up hills in this thing. I would have been. The issue with RoadTube Life is that for me, it's kind of a bit boring at the moment because as far as I can tell, there isn't really many updates. Plus on my main account, like I've got the Void Home and everything like that. It's kind of like I've finished the game. And like there's not really much else to do. I have 12 channels, I do believe. Yeah, like in order to get another channel, like I need way more subs than what I've got right now. I mean, it just goes up like so slowly. Like, I don't know any way of making it quicker. But I guess that's the point, isn't it? I need to do a bit more progress on the second account before I make a video on that. There's currently some of the games that I enjoy playing as of now. Both of which I've not really had a chance to play because I've been editing practically the entire previous few days. I've got 12 channels on RoadTube Life. But yeah, still got editing to do. I'm partly way through editing Div 1 highlights, and then after that I need to do Tier 4, and then tonight there's Tier 2. I want to try and wrap up Div 1 tonight. Might see if I can get started with Tier 4 as well, but I don't know. I might get that started and edit that tomorrow. But something that I've started to do is watch back the stream at 4 times the speed, the original speed. Because what I'm doing is I'm mainly just cutting out all of the sections where there's either a change for the lead or a battle going out on track. And safety cars and crashes and all of that. Which I think if I was watching it at 4 times speed would be better. rather than just waiting and watching it at 2 times the speed and just wait for an overtake and cut out that, because sometimes the overtakes aren't really that good. You know, it's just a pass on the straight. You know, if it's a dive bomb or something like that, you know, where they go side by side for, you know, a lengthy, you know, period of time, then I might include it. How much subs do I need to rebirth? I literally don't even know. But it's nowhere near on, you know, it's nowhere near the subs that I've got right now. So yeah, tier or division 1 hopefully should be soon. Especially for that one, it is mainly the battles out on track, you know, the like the side-by-side action or the overtakes for the lead, because there was so much action that race. So even just editing those bits out, the edit, you know, the highlights is still going to be quite, you know, quite lengthy. So at most, I kind of want to end this stream on time so I can get that edited. And I'm going to say something here that might come as a surprise to some. Because this wasn't the case a few months ago. And I don't know why it's like suddenly come over me. But as you know, I do, you know, 2 leagues. I'm head admin in one, admin in the other. And in both leagues, I do the edits for the highlights. Now in XRS, I've said this many times before, technically, I don't have to do all of the highlights for them. I mean, I don't even do it in KRL either. But I like to do them because I know that I am efficient with them. I can visualize what I want to see in the highlights as well, especially when I commentate it as well. So I can kind of like visualize what I want the highlights to be, if that makes sense. And obviously Raven made me head editor or head of editing in XRS because obviously he knows that I have a lot of experience when it comes to editing. I find it weird though how when I joined KRL, it was Avi doing the highlights. And like 8 months on, I'm now doing the highlights in both leagues. I find it a little bit weird that. But in both leagues there's 4 tiers or divisions, you know, there's 4 different, you know, there's 4 places depending on your pace gap, basically. So if you're really fast, you'll be divisional tier 1. If you're very slow, you'll be divisional tier 2. Again, I don't know how many subs I have on Road to Life. It's a lot though. Anyway. Obviously 4 months, not 4 months ago, about a month, 2 months ago, editing editing all 8 tiers wasn't really too bad. Because obviously I didn't have a lot going on. But now, obviously, it is quite time consuming. And obviously Raven says, you know, honestly, if you feel, what's the word? If you feel burnt out, let me know. Or, you know, you can have a break, that's fine. Because him and Avi are always saying how apparently my work is the hardest in the league. You know, the work that I put in is above and beyond for XRS. Obviously, I appreciate, but the other admins are doing a fantastic job too. You know, like Neb with the engineering list, you know, Blake with the head comms. Although he has been not doing it as of recently, I've kind of taken over, but he's had issues going on with his personal life, which obviously is priority. Baze with the head stewarding, Avi with the money side of things, the budgeting, and to all of the other admins as well. You know, they do a fantastic job as well. Raven as well, just for, you know, looking after us admins and running a pretty good league. KRL, it's kind of not really the same. It's not really thought out as that, although that was kind of my plan when I kind of stepped up to take the role of head admin. Yeah, it kind of hasn't really gone that way. Like, I think at the moment we only have head steward, which is Blake, head of app or app coordinator, which is Baldy. Tom is head commentator, but that is me temporarily while he is still on a break. Which again, Tom is the owner, which kind of means I'm kind of taking, you know, the owner spot at the moment while he's taking a little break, which is fine. He's human. He's allowed. I'm sure he has a lot more important information going on in his life that is obviously overriding KRL. What does Jamie do? Oh, Jamie's joined the Banker team with Asteroid. Failing does like driver of the day, driver of the week, that sort of stuff. Clutch is head of engineering. I don't think we have a head of reserves. I think that's just XRS. Mainly the admins just check that reserve channel, and whoever is confirmed, we just put them down into the relevant channels. That might be something that we might get one of the admins to do, maybe. But yeah, my plan was to basically have each admin kind of doing their own separate jobs, and hopefully make the league run a bit more efficiently. Now, the league is running efficiently, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not sad about that. It's the thing that... it's the fact that, personally, I just feel like the admins aren't really taking their role as seriously as they could do, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes I've seen a lot of them, you know, joke around and things like that, which obviously is fine. I'm not saying that's bad in any way. They can joke around, you know, friendly banter, that's all it is. But I think quite commonly they take it a bit too far. And that's where experience comes in, because obviously I'm sure the previous admins, even before I was an admin, had a joke around and like that, but they knew the boundaries. They knew when to stop. With the current team we've got right now, it kind of doesn't feel like they have that sort of level yet, and I'm sure obviously as they get, you know, as they get more experience in the admin role, they will get better. I am wanting, to be honest, to bring in some more admins into the team, just so we can get, you know, things flowing a bit more efficiently. I just don't know who, though. Because previously, obviously, we run applications for the admin team, whereas before that, we kind of just hand selected the admins, which is how I was selected, because Raven, well, pretty much everyone in the league kind of wanted me as an admin, you know, with the amount of work I was doing on the editing side, you know, editing side of things. And I think at the same time it was Blake as well that got accepted as well into the admin team. Hello, Dark and NNC as well, and Sarah, how you guys doing? Yeah, I can't even remember when I got selected as admin. I have a feeling it was after the mid-season break in season 4. Like over a season ago or so by now, which is funny because I joined the league what, like 9-10 months ago, I think. Which I guess is good. Yeah, with the editing, it is kind of getting a bit time consuming, and it is starting to be a little bit draining, I will be honest. Because you got to think it takes a long time to edit them, and in all honesty, my life would be a lot easier if I was just able to focus on one league to do the highlights for. But the thing is that, like I said, because I'm so efficient with it, I don't want another league to slow down on highlights because of it. So it is a case of trying to be a bit more efficient with how I edit. And like I said, I've thought of a few reasons. In terms of watching watching the thing back at full-time speed and doing it that way. I've got the transition that I use set as my default, and yeah, I basically just got that stuff as my standard thing. One issue that I did have at the end of last season was for me to watch the races as they happen live and basically clip stuff as they happen on the stream, so that way when it comes to editing the highlights, all I have to do is basically just select the best clips rather than having to download the stream, then rewatch the entire stream to just get to get the clips. I could do it all live. But the thing is that I want a bit more control over that, which is why I still do it the way I do now. In terms of when I do my streams, I could record it and then save it onto my hard drive, which I don't do. I might start doing that. But then again, I will still have the full length of the stream. Again, I have the option to, capture highlights as they happened on stream. Again, I chose not to do that. Wow. This thing needs power. Yeah, I've just been thinking of ways to try and make the editing process a little bit, better. And like I said, the only thing that is kind of achievable at the moment is watching the stream at 4 times the speed, and hopefully that should allow me to get them done a little bit quicker, because I have some pretty, quick eyes. I can, scrub through and find battles happening that way, and then all I need to do then is just, clip it together, basically. But like I said, it would be a whole lot easier if I could just do one league and, do that. And to be fair, if I had to pick one, although it isn't my main league, I would probably do XRS, because I like the structure of that league a bit more, because they race Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And it's Div 4 all the way to Div 1 as well. They have it in chronological order. With KRL, it's kind of mixed a little bit. We have Tier 3 on Thursday, and then we have a day off on Friday, and then we go to Tier 1 on Saturday, then go back to Tier 4 on Sunday, and then Tier 2 on Monday. To me, that's kind of confusing, and I kind of like the structure of XRS a little bit better. Obviously at the time that happened, when we were deciding the races as they happen, we had it open to a vote, and we still do. I think we kind of need to take control over that a little bit and try and get more, and try and improve that structure a little bit. Yeah, I know Rizzy got raided by Creek. That was awesome. And no, I haven't been raided by Creek. I've been raided by Steak, but I haven't been raided by Creekcraft. I don't think Creek even does raids anymore. So you're running someone league law. Well, I'm not running someone's league for them. I am the head admin in that league, and at the moment the owner is on a temporary leave. So technically I am running their league while they're away, but obviously when they get back, then we will both then work together. Because he said, and I quote, he said, "There is no one I trust more than Fetch's..." Can't exactly remember the word that he used while I'm away. Which I took as a very, very good compliment. Judgment, that's it. But yeah, obviously I don't, take that into my advantage. I don't, abuse my, commands, as it were. I do obviously run the league as it's intended. Yeah, highlights are a bit time consuming, but hopefully with my new way of hopefully editing the highlights, it should make my life a whole lot easier. The main thing that is taking my time is actually practicing for the races, because I practice pretty much daily from Monday until the race days, and then obviously on Friday then I practice for XRS, which again I only have one day to do it. And it shows, I am nowhere, doing Singapore right now, but I am sure, the more I practice, the more I will actually, the more I will pick up pace. But in doing so, I don't have a lot of time to do other stuff, really, in terms of editing and things like that. Because, if you think about it, the only days I have time to edit is Tuesday, if I'm still not editing, which I will be tomorrow morning, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning, pretty much. That's only 4 days, a maximum. And, if I'm taking a long time to edit something like the car wash video, that I'm slowly getting through, that's taken me ages to edit. I don't know why, because I'm literally just splitting and cutting things, as they go. But yeah, that is taking a lot of time, and it's not really a whole lot of time to make and edit videos. So I know how I said about that thing at the start, but that was for both of these leagues really that got massively underway. And I know, Raven and KRL, obviously, they say my work comes first. But the thing is that I want to get those I want to get those highlights done, because I enjoy doing it. I'm not saying I don't enjoy doing it in any way, shape or form. I really do love doing them. But again, I don't want to rush something just because I've got highlights, sort of looming over my head, if that makes sense. So I kind of want to get the highlights done, so I don't then have that over my head, if that makes sense. XRS are going into the final 3 rounds though of the first season, so at least I guess after that's finished, then I will have a slight bit of a break as we wait and prepare for the new season. KRL, we have, I think, don't we have 6 rounds? Till the end, I think. And then I don't know what we're doing with that league. Going into season 6, like, do we do a mini league You know, as we wait for the release of F124, do we go straight into, or do we just wait? Season 6. I don't think waiting is the right way to go, because it probably will, you know, give people, it probably will lose the interest of some. So yeah, that's my talk on KRL and XRS. But like I said, hopefully watching the streams back at full-time speed, I should be able to be a bit more efficient. Because I remember when we did pre-season Canada, I was able to do both leagues on the same night. I'm not really that quick anymore. And speaking of the practice thing, there is part of me that is thinking, what if I just don't, like, what if I don't drive? Like, what if I just manage the leagues? You know, what if I'm the main commentator for one of the, you know, for one of the leagues? You know, that could be another way to be a bit more efficient. And then again, I will still then have time to do my editing and other, you know, and other stuff alongside all of the racing stuff as well. Yeah, kind of being in charge of one league and being an admin in another isn't easy. But it is definitely a challenge that that I'm up for undergoing, and I love it as well. Raining. It's very overcast. It looks like it, you know, it looks like it would, but I don't know. And I wouldn't lie in saying that I haven't thought of what would happen, like, if I left, like, if there is actually someone else that could actually help KRL better than me. You know, if you know, if I was to leave, would KRL still actually be able to run, like, under management? And if so, would their ideas and stuff actually be better? If I was to be self-critical about myself, I would say yes, but I don't know who that is. Obviously, it was Raven. Obviously, then XRS happened. Bro. But at the same, you know, at the same time, Raven is now actually back in KRL, and I don't think Tom is really going to be wanting him to join, you know, the admin team again. I mean, he probably does. I really don't know. But yeah, I really don't know if there is anyone else that would be able to take my spot as head admin and run the league better than I would. But the thing is that I do like, you know, driving in the leagues. It's just, it takes a lot of time. Obviously, there is part of me, you know, thinking, what if I just don't practice for them? You know, I just practice, you know, a day or two before. Have that as my practice, and whatever happens in the race happens in the race. But that's the thing, it won't be a lot. You know, because like I said, you know, if the practice I had today was the only practice I had for Singapore, I'm literally tier 4 pace. you know. Because ideally, you know, I would like a lot more spare time on my hands so I can do, you know, other stuff as well as just, you know, chilling out as well. And that's why there kind of hasn't been a video on the channel for like the previous, you know, couple of months or so. Because I just don't have time to make them. But like I said, I've got one being edited right now. I've got another 2 recorded, ready to be edited. And I've constantly got a plan of videos I want to do as well. So I'm always thinking of video ideas. Don't worry, you know, it's not like I'm slacking on YouTube. I am constantly thinking of video ideas. Yeah, at least I stream every day. I still want to keep that up. Which leads me on to my next point, I guess. You know, what if, you know, I just didn't stream? You know, what if I just stopped doing streams altogether and just primarily did videos? And I'm Melvin on Twitch. Well, not Melvin on Twitch, Melvin who is on Twitch. Yeah, like that was another thought I had. Like, what if I just stopped streaming completely and use that as my time to, you know, edit, you know, the videos and stuff? I guess there is also that other, you know, way of seeing, you know, if I got a editor for my videos as well, would that kind of up the production as well? Well, in theory, it does sound correct. B, I like having control over the editing myself, you know. I like being able to, you know, select, you know, see what I can, you know, produce myself. But like, I've never kind of like, I've never denied the fact that having an editor someday would be beneficial. I've never, like, you know, denied that fact. It's been interesting to, you know, like, I've always had a thought of, you know, if I gave, you know, an editor, like, one of my video files just as it is and just let them get on with it, like, what would they actually come up with? I have always thought about, you know, about doing something like that, you know, just seeing what they can produce. You know, if they can do some editing that's better than me, they can make it more exciting. You know, it's just that sort of, you know, thing. Abby wants to be an editor. Doesn't do the races though. I guess that's another thing as well. You know, I think most, you know, most editors in XRS somehow like actually edit on their phone. Whereas I, because I have a beastly PC and I use my PC daily, it's a lot more easier for me to edit on a PC. I think people do like my editing, which is why I think, you know, like I've said previously, you know, Raven, you know, made me head of editing in XRS. But in all honesty, I kind of enjoy like the actual camera work and the stuff that goes on, you know, actually on set better than the editing. You see what I mean? Because I like actually being involved in the making process rather than, you know, the post process. Like, if I had the choice to film Formula One or edit Formula One, I would probably pick filming. Because I like working in a, you know, I like working a camera. You know, I like that. Maybe try and do 20 to 25 minutes a day of editing. CPC is going to stop racing again. Oh, really? Oh man, honestly, the team is not really going that well. Alfie has told me that he might stop as well. I've asked him if he can probably try and just stay to the end of the season, which he's going to try and do. Alec has obviously applied for Ferrari, which means that we're going to have an empty tier 4 seat, 2 spare seats in tier 1 again, and yeah, spare tier 2 seat. What am I supposed to do? Melvin, we're on stream. But yeah. To be fair, the only stewards that are actually stewarding are the admins. And like I've been saying, you know, previously, you know, in the day, you know, I kind of liked when it, you know, the old KRL where, you know, everything was, you know, under control. You could have changed the wording a little bit, Melvin. But yeah, I do get what you're saying. I try to do as most of the tickets myself. But like I say, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I am focusing on highlights. Things like that. Yeah. And like I said as well, personally, and this is even going from me, as it currently stands, I do as well personally enjoy XRS better. And it all comes down to, you know, what I was saying at the start, you know, during my talk as well, like, am I in theory, oh, I did not want to park this backwards. But, you know, am I actually holding up, you know, the future of KRL? Could someone else actually do a better job than me? Kieran is back. Yeah. Like I was saying as well, like I don't think they are taking it as seriously as they could do, but that does that does come with time and experience. And obviously our last batch of admins, we kind of went off the interviews, and I was concerned about a few of them that we were bringing in, but yeah, it just went down from there basically. I liked it when we did handpick our our admins, because we knew that they were trustworthy enough, did enough, things like that. And I am going to say something controversial here, which you might not like me for, Melvin, but personally, the only, and this is going to be brutally honest, my favorite new admins that we brought in order, I don't like doing this, is Baldy, Clutch, Jamie, and Failing. That is my order of the top four new admins that we bring in. Because Baldy, he's super hard working on the app, and honestly, that is the reason why he is on the admin team for the results and stuff. Clutch, obviously head of engineering. Kind of debating whether he was the right choice to bring on the admin team, but I think he has done quite a bit. Jamie obviously works with values, and what else does he do? Oh, hosting. I think he does hosting. But again, hosting really hasn't really gone far with that, has it? And obviously, Failing does driver of the week and driver of the day. But the thing is that we don't really have the full results until like a week after the event, which means that trying to do those votes are quite tricky. But really, like the stewards really are not really doing the tickets as quickly as they were doing. And it's just, yeah, KRL is kind of slowing down to what it was. But like I said, it is really the tickets that aren't being done quickly. You can tell with XRS, you pretty much have the tickets done, within a day. With KRL, it is a slightly different story. And it all comes down to, what I said at the start. Am I kind of holding back KRL a little, a little bit? I know, like, because the thing is that I don't like screaming at people to get something done if it's not mandatory. Stewarding in KRL is voluntarily, it is voluntary. It's when you want to do it. You aren't forced to do anything. And I don't like to put someone in a position where they feel like they are forced to do something if it's voluntary. And that's where it comes back to the start. Same thing. Is it the admins that are holding us back? Do I actually need to, get rid of some of the admins, in order to help the development of KRL? It's those things that I'm not good at doing, and that's where I see my side of the story really. Anyway, what else can we do? It's a quick half an hour job. I thought you wanted to get rid of some TMP admins are controversial. I'll give you that. Mm. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Failing is a nice lad. You know, he's a lovely lad to talk to, but it's just some of the decisions that he is making are kind of interesting, to say the least. But like I say, he is a lovely lad to speak to. I had a few conversations with him. He was actually really good at calming me down after my France race. You know, he was actually super supportive about it, which was very kind of him. But yeah. Yeah, I'll wait. Arsenal are winning 4-0 in 29 minutes, by the way. Good. Is it done for me? It still says the ad is in progress. Anyway, all right then. Well, if you're back, but yeah, Failing is a nice lad to speak to. Obviously, like I said, he was very supportive to me after my race in France, and yeah, he is nice, but like I say, some of the decisions that he does make are kind of interesting, and I don't know if he would actually be better off just as a standard, you know, driver. Yeah, in terms of them actually doing their jobs, I mean, like I said, Failing can't really do much while, you know, the tickets and stuff aren't done. So he does try and jump on stuff, you know, when and where he can. So he does try to, you know, do some other stuff to fill in the time, but I feel like what he does do, you know, he kind of gives the wrong choices for. Yeah, Failing is pretty quick. Like I said as well, you know, at the end of the season, I am going to go through all of the stands, you know, all of the standings, all of the drivers, and make some much needed changes, I think, because I do think that people are in, you know, like the wrong tiers and stuff like that. Like, for, you know, for example, there's someone in tier 3 that set a time at Singapore that's a tier 1 time. And like, who did that? Like, you know, it's all of that as well. Yeah, banana sticks. Yeah, it feels like KRL is just an ongoing problem at the moment, and you know, I try my best to try and solve it, but I don't like making, you know, insane executive decisions, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like telling people that they're doing a bad job. Like I said, I don't want to force someone into doing stuff. You know, it's just, I don't know. Which is kind of why, you know, I just think, you know, just switch to XRS now. Let someone else handle it, and just, you know, you be one singular admin. XRS, I don't know. Pointed the last the first silver in the same for Div 4, but someone spun him around during an essay. Yeah. He is pretty quick. It's been 1 year since you've watched this channel, jeez. Yeah, best thing I can kind of do at the moment is just to let it continue as it is. Wait until the end of the season and then change it, but I don't know if by the end of the season if the damage has kind of already been done, you know? Yeah, it's just, I suppose we could give failing a job without actually having to be an admin. Williams is getting worse in XRS. Is it? I mean, I know I'm the only driver in Div 3 in, you know, for Williams. I try my best. It doesn't really go well for me in the race. Who have they got for Div 4, Williams? They've got... I'm not actually too sure. Div 2 is Failing and Koyi, I think. Div 1, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. I don't know. We constantly talk about who to sign, but the thing is that you know, they don't progress. I've suggested Christella, but she doesn't want to race. She likes to be a spectator. But literally, she's like probably the only other person that I know that's actually in the same division as me, who I know is quick, that is a reserve. I don't really know anyone else in Div 3 that I know that is quick and can do the job at Williams. Yeah, that was that was Katie, wasn't it? For McLaren, signing Blake. Oh, I mean, Williams. Wait, I thought Blake was signed for 4. I don't know about the other one then. Really got points in the USA. Jeez. Yeah, if that was happening while I was streaming, then yeah, I probably wouldn't have seen it. Wait, is there 4 races there? I thought there was 3. We have 16 rounds and we just finished round 13. 14, 15, 16, right? I'm speeding. It's gone so fast. I know it has. With KRL, it kind of feels like the season's gone on quite slowly. But XRS, on the other hand, you know, it feels like it's gone the complete opposite. Some people in Div 4, well, you gotta watch out because Blake is coming for you. So is Liam. Wait, you bloody drive for William. Oh my. You bloody drive for Williams. Yeah, no, Melvin, honestly, my pace has just disappeared as well in both leagues. You know, you saw it in KRL. I was leading the championship after Monaco, and now I'm, what, like P5? XRS, I don't even know. I think I'm still just hanging on to P9, just barely, though. Yeah, I know Charlie did leave to go to Ferrari. See rumours going around that I'm going there as well at the end of the season. I actually want to go to another team. You have any any in mind? Hello Red Hot, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Raven says something during the season break. Interesting. How's to Charlie though? When does KRL end anyway? I think in 6 rounds time, but don't quote me on that. So 6 weeks basically. Once KRL, what will we do then? Well, I will have a well-earned break, I think. Same with XRS as well. When that ends as well, I'll be taking a break, obviously, until the new season happens. But honestly, I like how, you know, when Melvin first joined KRL, you literally just wanted to be a reserve because you didn't think you would have the time. And now look at you. You're in 2, you know, leagues in, you know, with full-time seats. What will XRS do after this season? Honestly, I don't even know. See, there has been talks going on, but I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose it, but yeah, because we end, what is it, like the week after the 14th of March. Which means we'll only have about 3 months, like, or 2.5 months until the new game release. No, 2 months until it ends. And I don't think we want to, I don't think in the league we just want to do nothing for 2 months. Obviously it'll be a great chance for, you know, people to rest, get everything set up. At the same time, you know, that 2 months is the bare minimum as well. You know, that's just when the game comes out. And obviously not everyone gets it on release. Do 8 to 10 rounds in 2 months. Yeah, like, I don't know if they'll just do like a mini season in between. I don't even know. A mini F2 league. A mini F2 league. Let's do that. I actually enjoy the F2 guys a little bit, to be fair. Arsenal winning 5-0, not even half time. Oh, God. But yeah, that is me having a chat about my roles both in KRL and XRS. If you do want to join any of them, obviously they are on YouTube. I think the invite links are supposed to work on them. I did make sure that they did. So if you are looking for any F1 leagues, make sure you obviously go ahead and join them. If you're fast, go for KRL so I can sign you for McLaren. Because I do need some I do need some pretty fast drivers. So yeah. What was I gonna say? I was about to say something and I don't even know now. But yeah. No, it's just completely gone from my head. Anyway, though, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Gonna cut it down. You're gonna cut it a little bit early, so I can get to finalizing Div 1 and see if I can get started on Tier 4 as well. And again, watch through the race at 4 times speed to try and get it, edited quicker. But yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. If you did enjoy it, make sure you do leave a like. That would be awesome, and thank you very much. Also, make sure to subscribe as well for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out.